At the edge of Africa's largest lake lies a city where water is life, where roads hum with movement, and where nights dance to drums and song. This is Kisumu, a city with many faces, gentle and vibrant, ancient and modern. But Kisumu is not just a place on the map, it is a story waiting to be told, of fishermen and dancers, of history and celebration, and every corner of the city carries a piece of that story. Let's step into Kisumu and see what unfolds. Kisumu lives on its roads. They stretch out like arteries, pulsing with life. Motorbikes weave between cars. Traders call out their prices in the open market. School children in uniforms hurry home, weaving through the bustle. This is not chaos, this is choreography.
So you see this town, if you throw a stone, you can hit a problem.
So you don't throw stones?
Those are evidence of protest. So if you look on your right, it is
Jaramogi
Oginga
Sports Center.
Okay. Is it open to the public?
Yeah.
Yes. So when they tell you CBD, so it's in the CBD.
All the town service vehicles, they remain here. They can't go beyond here. So this is where you can pick if you want to go.
The city moves like water besides it, flowing and hurried, constant. And yet, beyond this busy street lies another story, one kept safe in the quiet of the museum. Inside the Kisumu Museum, silence greets the visitor. Here, history and nature are preserved side by side. Snakes coil silently behind the glass. Crocodiles lie in stillness, their eyes half closed yet watchful.
You can confirm.
Yes, you can confirm. If
See
you
how
want
it
to
is
confirm
open inside.
yeah,
Why?
whether it's alive.
And the chicken is not alive.
It's not alive. I'll tell you what is live and what. In other words, you don't have live animals within the gallery, okay? Yes. So we said these are Western Bantus. So these are some of the farming tools that they were using for digging, for plowing, during planting. Then those machetes on the wall, those are the ones they were using for clearing the bushes. There were no pangas or slashers like that. So these are for harvesting. How do you call that in English? The one at the corner.
That one, how do you
Yeah.
call it?
Oderu in Luo.
And how do you call it?
In English. Yeah, or winnowing basket.
For winnowing.
For winnowing, okay? Yes. So then these are for carrying the grains from the farm. Large quantity, small quantity. This is the grinding stone. I know in layman's language you can call it traditional posho mill, but that's the grinding stone for preparing the flour. So that stick there, they could use it for preparing porridge or maybe ugali, but in small quantity. Then the horn and the shell, those are serving spoon. So meaning if they want to serve in large quantity, the horn. In small quantity, the shell. And the shell at the same time, they could also use it for removing the scales from fish. Okay? Yeah. Pounding pot, that one you know about it?
Yes.
For clothing, it was the same for all tribes, but this one, it was a one-sided. So meaning if when you are going to meet with someone, you tie it in front of you. So after that person has passed, you twist it behind you. Okay? Yeah. This is about the pottery. You could use the clay soil for making the pot. So that's the clay soil. Then all these items for decorating the outer surface of the pot. And smoothing and molding the pot. That is for storing water. This is for preparing salt. Okay? Lakini ile chungi yenye mnatumia saa hii, it used not to exist. So they are using wood ash. The other one is for cooking. Cooking what?
Sauce.
That's for cooking fish. Specifically fish. Okay? Yes. This is for preserving the seeds that they used to plant during planting season. That is just modern flower pot. Then this is called multi-mouth pot. This is for treating the patient, but through what we call steaming. Then this is about metal work. Metal work, we have different type of metals, but here specifically they were using iron. So there were three reasons why they preferred using iron. So those tools, they used to be durable and long lasting. Then the O's, the iron O's, they were readily available.
You see the fire?
It's real.
It is
It's not real.
Not real fired.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then these are weapons. These weapons, they have categorized them into 3 different categories. For what we call long range, medium range, and close range. So long range, we have the bows and the arrows, we have the sling there. For medium range, we have the spears. For close range, the clubs and the sticks down there. Then that drum at the corner is called what? It is a single skin drum. How do we call it in Luo? It's called
So this is Ohangla.
Yeah, that's the
Ohangla is
one.
not the music. It's
Wangla is not the music.
Oh.
How do we call it in Luya? This is on recreation. On recreation, we used to have the beer there. So that beer is called Buza, that's the general term. This is called Bauge. But if you went to America, even in America it used to exist. It's called Mangala. Then that's the shisha, the traditional shisha for the African. Okay? So they could use the tobacco and hot water. They'll just inhale the steam. Then that is they get high. So on medicine, there were 3 ways on which you could learn about medicine. So the first way was the young mothers. They knew the local herbs that they were giving to the young ones. Secondly, if your parents were traditional healers, you could learn through them. And then lastly, which was a major one, was a religion. So you could get possessed by some sort of evil spirit. They will take you to a traditional healer. Then you get initiated into becoming a traditional healer. Okay? So in terms of diagnosing what you are healing from, they could use the skin and those shells there. The medicine, the bark of the trees, and the mixture of these concoctions. For the Luos, they used to remove the 6 lower teeth. So those are the surgical tools. Okay? So the reason why they used to remove the 6 lower teeth is for rite of passage, because they used not to practice circumcision, and for medication purposes. So in case you become sick, they will not have difficulties. Fish only. In other words, in salty water. That's why you'll find fish.
Okay.
Then here also we'll pass. There's a snake pack down there, so you'll see the live one. So let me explain the centerpiece then. Then for the carcass that remains, we have the scavengers there. You can see them. The vulture up there, the hyenas, this Nile lizard here, they will clear all the carcass. Okay? Tortoise is not part of the ecosystem, but it died due to old age at 85 years old. So that tortoise is a living one. So the method that we have used is called taxidermy. So taxidermy, you can do it in 2 ways. You can either get the real animal, remove all the transpositions. The other way is you can mold the sculpture of that animal, then you mount the real skin on top of that sculpture. So that will happen. Okay? These are called red-beaked snake. These are mostly found maybe in sandy areas. That's where you find them. They are venom but very mild. So even if it bites you, you can still survive. Then we have cobras. Cobras, we have 2 types. We have a spitting and non-spitting. So forest cobra is non-spitting. Okay? And all cobras, the type of venom is neurotoxic on. Then we have this is now the spitting one, but still cobra. This is common even here. Around here you'll find it. Then we have the black one, still spitting one. Okay?
I hope there's noise exiting.
Black one. This is a black one, but still spitting. So all those, they lay eggs, then they feed them on young chicks or rodents. Then we have the pafada. Pafada, this is the one that has the common snake bite here. There are 2 there. It's somehow camouflage.
Yeah.
Then that snake at the same time is it doesn't lay eggs, it gives back.
But it's live.
Then we have the rhinoceros and the viper. If you look at the head, it's there at the corner. You will see some sort of 2 horns at the head. That is where they derive the name from. just like the rhino. Okay, rhinoceros horned viper. Here in Kenya, it's specifically found in Kakamega forest. That's where you'll find it. Okay. It also gives birth to young ones. Then we have the Gaboon viper, the one at the corner there. So that one is also found in Kakamega forest. It also gives birth to young one. The type of venom is hemotoxic, and it's the one that has the longest fangs. They are around 2 inches in length. The fangs.
That's a long one.
And that's why if it bites you, it doesn't let go. It will stick there. Then the most dangerous snake in the whole world, black mamba. It's only found in Africa as a continent. It can stand on its tail on its own. That snake there. A fully grown one is 4 meters. It can jump from here and even there. In terms of speed, it's 20 kilometers per hour. It moves very fast. Very fast, yes. Why do we call it black mamba?
Is it black?
Inside the mouth is black. So that's why we call it black mamba. And black mamba is, the type of venom is neurotoxic. Then lastly, we have the pythons there. They are there at the corner. But it is non-venomous. So you look at the color, the size, and the tail. Okay? For the male, they are always bigger as compared to the female. Then the tail, for the male, the tail is very wide and short. For the female, the tail is long and slim. Then the color, for the male, it's very bright. For the female, it is dark and dark. So that's how to differentiate. The female is there. You can.
Yeah, the female is also fasting. Eh?
No, they have never been put together.
Why?
They are also just like human beings. Yeah, they are so.
They don't just mate anyhow.
That you can be able to know the exact ages by keeping proper records. That is the only way. Okay?
These exhibits are not just collections, they are records of a region where people and wildlife share the same land, the same lake, and the same future. But the museum holds more than animal. In its open courtyard, a different kind of story begins to stir.
So for dance, you just appreciate with what you feel is necessary to the team. We don't charge, but we just appreciate. Huh? Okay, so mmekubaliwa kuchukua videos, kuchukua pictures, na pia maybe ukifeel dance imekuingilia and unatamani kujoin the dance, you are allowed to do that. Sawa?
Yeah. Yes. The drums call out first. Then the dancers appear. Luo men and women stepping in rhythm, stamping the earth, moving with energy as old as memory itself. This is how Kisumu welcomes, through dance, through song, through community. Beads shimmer, feet rise and fall, voices carry into the air. For the Luo, this is not just entertainment, it is language. Every move speaks of resilience, of journeys made across generations, of joy and of struggle. Here, tradition is alive. It is not locked in glass cases, it beats in the drum. It moves in the feet, it rises in the voices of the people. Step further and the museum reveals a village, a model of Luo homesteads, thatched roofs carved under the sun. The arrangement of the huts tell of a family, of a clan, and of the order that once guided life.
The Luos, they used to marry a minimum of 3 wives.
A minimum.
Okay. The homestead belongs to the first wife. Okay?
Yes.
That's why if you look at the door of the first wife, it is the one that is directly facing the front gate. So if you want to identify the house of the first wife, you look at the door. Okay? So it's that one there.
The one facing.
The front gate. That's the first wife. And that is the owner of the homestead. Always when you are giving the direction, you give the direction when you are inside the homestead and you are facing the front gate. Okay? So the house of the second wife, it is on the right side when you are facing the front gate.
If you marry 4 wives.
There's no problem. You live in Nairobi. This side, on the right side.
On the right.
Yes. Then it is the last son that will inherit the homestead, meaning the first son and the rest. They will move out and then they go and set up their own homestead. Okay? Yes. So, tuende kwa nyumba ya mzee hapo for 1 minute. Let's move to the house of the mzee. 1 minute. This was a very holy place, meaning the man was not allowed to spend the night here with any woman.
But they can
Okay.
come and visit during the day.
This house used to serve how many papas? 4. So the first thing was the man could spend the night here, but he will spend the night here alone. So the bed is here. Secondly, this is where the man used to eat with his children, but only boys. So the girls, they eat with their mother. Thirdly, any dispute that used to arise used to be resolved here. So be it among the, maybe among the children or among the wives. So this was like a court of law. Any dispute here. And then lastly, this is where the man and his age mates used to converse on the issues concerning the clan or the village. As they enjoyed themselves sipping that buza called, that local beer called buza. Then we used to have a 3-legged stool, okay? This one here. I hope everyone is seeing. Even though that is 4, but it used to be a 3-legged stool, okay? So what does a 3-legged stool symbolizes? It symbolizes unity. Without one leg, then it means it cannot function.
Father, mother.
It also symbolizes family. Family consists of
Father,
what?
mother, children.
Exactly. Then that stool at the same time is what used to symbolizes where the woman will spend the night. So what I mean by that is, during those days, it was not the man to decide where he's going to spend the night, but it was among the wives themselves, unlike nowadays. Okay? So let's take an example, a case where the second wife wants the man to go and spend at her place. So what she will do, she will report to or she will inform the first wife. Remember, the homestead belongs to the first wife. Then the first wife maybe will call the children of the second wife, and she will instruct them to come and carry that stool, and then they take to their house. Of course, that will happen during the day. And during the day, the man is very busy. Maybe he has gone to the farm or fishing or whatever. So when the man gets back and he doesn't find the stool there, then he will assemble all his children and he will instruct them to go and look for that stool in their respective houses. And then they come back and report back to him. So of course, the children of the second wife, after they have spotted the stool in their house, they will come back and inform their father. So the man will automatically know that he's supposed to go and spend the night where? At the second side. It was still the work of the man to bring back the stool here. Any other day that this stool remains here, then it means the man is supposed to spend the night here. In other words, if they want the man to rest, then that stool will not move. Understand?
In this village, past is not frozen. It speaks to the present. It reminds that culture is not only memory, it is practice, lived every day in food, in language, and in community ties. But Kisumu has more faces still. When the sun sinks, the city reveals another side. one filled with music and laughter by the lake. Dunga Bay glows with the setting sun, and at Dunga Hill Camp, the lakeside comes alive. As darkness falls, light streams across the open air. A band begins to play, guitars and drums rolling into the night. Laughter rises from tables, food is shared, and strangers become friends on the dance floor.
Don't believe that they are with you.
Which are we the people
Over hills and valleys too.
don't let them fool you.
Don't believe for minutes that they don't like you.
Hard drugs won't do. You're just behaving like they want you to, yeah. I say arrogance is much different from ignorance. I know you feel the same way too, yeah. Don't be discouraged by the pitfalls and the worries. Pain in joy for a night, but joy cometh in the morning. Cause if you lose yourself, there will come someone to push you over, over and over. Lift up your head and hold it up high. It is hard and not long. Narale, Kula Mama, Chamusha, Chamtum.
Our Lewis had an invention. They conceived the idea and they bring the harp. Gatiti. Gatiti. Tell you about our history. Gatiti. Are you gonna know the Gatiti?
Here, the lake reflects not only the moonlight, but the spirit of a city that knows how to gather, to celebrate, to live in the moment. Kisumu by night is warm, welcoming and alive with rhythm. Kisumu is more than roads and buildings, more than museum halls and evening camps. It is in the hands of the fishermen who cast their nets at dawn. It is in the dancers whose feet keep memory alive, and it is in the laughters of families, the rhythm of the markets, and the stillness of the lake at sunset. Kisumu is a story told not once, but every day, in song, in water, and in life itself. And like the great lakes beside it, Kisumu story has no end. It flows, it endures, and it lives.